All right. Well, once again, it is February the 18th, 7 p.m., and this is MELS 602, and welcome to everybody. I think we've all kind of had an exciting day with the ice storm, but I tell you what, man, it's weird. They build you up on the different weather stuff. It's going to be this, it's going to be that, and they've done it all year, and then it hadn't played out, which is a blessing because if it's been as bad as what they said it was going to be, be a whole lot more people maybe struggling through the winter. So I'll say that's a blessing, but it's just an odd year for that. I think my nephew told me the last storm that came, he said, "Yeah, we're going to get 4 to 8 inches, 4 to 8 inches." I said, "No, we're not." He said, "Yeah, look here," and he found some app that said 4 to 8 inches, and I didn't even get my the grass on my yard covered that time, which I love the snow anyway. I like playing around 4 wheel driving and going out and skiing and stuff like that. So I'm a big snow fan, as long as nobody gets hurt. But anyway, tonight on the agenda, we're just going to talk about task stream and then any questions and answers. And be completely frank with you, I don't know that I need to go into task stream unless you want me to. So I'm going to open it up to see if you got any questions or there's anything that you do want me to go over or anything that needs to be addressed. So you guys just tuned in because you missed me. Oh man, right here, right here. I appreciate that. I missed you guys too. So with task stream, you go through and do a spot check. In the semester, I had another candidate, and it was a really good email. Another candidate emailed me this afternoon and said, "Dr. Bullis said, so I was going through task stream and I noticed that there's a couple of things that I forgot to do last semester, which surprises me because I always do a spot check too, but I'm human and I can miss something. So apparently I missed it too." And she said, "I'll get that in." I'm like, "No problem. I appreciate you, let me know. Appreciate you keeping a check on it. Just go ahead and take care of that." And so it's always good to go into task stream and not only keep up with what you're doing this semester, but go back and take a look. Go back and take a look at the previous semester just to be sure that you have everything in there from 601. I think I pulled it up a while ago. Yeah, yeah. Once again, as far as the DRF, you just upload the APTL this time, but going into task stream, just go back and do a spot check. It's always good to do that per semester, and that way you can kind of really keep up with it because keep up with it every semester when you get to 605. I know I've been preaching this from the very beginning, and I will continue to tell you that. Keeping up with your competency folio. After you do your evidence and you get all your artifacts together, then go ahead and load them up in that competency folio. But always go back, as I said before, and just do a check. Do I have, for communication, do I have something from the APSL? For change management, do I have something from the APSL? For conflict management, do I have something from the APSL and the APTL? And then if you have some things happening in your internship, go back and say, well, do I have anything that I've collected this semester that I could go ahead and plug in as open-ended? So it's always good to do an inventory on that. So that was a good thing that the candidate that emailed me and was doing that, noticed they were missing a few things, and that was good. That rather than find that out now, than find that out in 605. Speaking of internship, I'm hoping everybody is able to get their internship hours. Are those looking good since the last time we talked? Okay, good, kind of, maybe. Yeah, don't forget in your clinical, I see you, Rachel. Don't forget in your clinical handbook, there's a lot of suggestion there, especially coming out of the COVID-19 environment with remote learning and doing, A day, B day. Don't forget to go back and look at that and just kind of peruse that and say, okay, is there some things there that if I'm kind of a little bit shy on hours or I need to make up, is there anything there I can use, especially days like today when I don't know about you guys, we were out today for faculty and staff, and I live an hour away up in the mountains, so I wasn't going to risk going into work today. I kind of work from home. But you know, on a day like today, for me, if I was doing my internship hours, if there wasn't anything I could do remotely or on my computer, then you know, that's a day lost for me. So I know that's kind of more and more in the environment that we're at now. So if you ever run into that, you feel like you're running shy or you're really struggling to look for some stuff, email me and we can brainstorm together. So I'm looking at a excuse me, and I got some chat stuff. Okay, yeah. Cyrus, I think you said you had a question about task two. The rubric said, Drew, who is that, man? Drew, did you drink out of the fountain of youth there? Buddy, you looking really young today.
Yeah, it's my son. He decided to climb my chair.
Awesome. I love that. I thought, man, you're really, this cold weather's doing you good. You're really getting younger looking there, buddy. Question was, if you get a chance, I have a question about Aptil Task 2. The rubric says that we are supposed to reference our sources that we use in the literature review. And Task 1, that seems like it is going to be very repetitive, but is that what we're supposed to do? Yeah, great question, Cyrus. Yeah, absolutely. In Aptil 2, you want to go back and just kind of summarize or reference. Don't mean you have to write it out completely, but the sources that you used and what you talked about, teacher practices. As you address that area, you can go back into those sources and find some more about the specific areas that you're writing on. So you can pull some more information out of the source, or you could say it in another way in the source, or you can say, okay, this is what the research says about best practices. I did the checklist. I've got the information on the checklist. What did I, in comparing or reflecting what I found out in that checklist, by doing that checklist, what did I find out? What implications from the research that I looked at has the on what I found out during my checklist in Aptil 2. So you don't go back and rephrase it word by word, but as you do the checklist and you start summarizing that for each of the areas and what you find out, then what does the research say? You may want to go back and visit that and pull that in. Does that help? All right, good deal. If it's not, hit me again with another question or ask me for clarification. Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, it does. All right, appreciate that, chat. All right, so what else have we got out there? Has some people join in? Just kind of talked about task stream if you're joining us in. Coming in late, talked about task stream, just making sure you're caught up on everything, or you're in the process of getting caught up as you complete the Aptil and you have those artifacts. Dig into task stream, go ahead and load those artifacts up in now. Never goes back, never hurts to go back and do an inventory from last semester. Did I get all my Aptil artifacts in for each of the competencies that it called for? Did I get my internship hours in? Go ahead and do a spot check on that, because like I said, it's better to do that now than find out that you missed something to 605. And I'm human. I do an inventory on yours and usually I catch it, but if we got a lot going on, I may have missed something. So it's always good if we both looking at it and we're both trying to make sure that we're up to date on your competency folio, then we should be in really good shape. So I appreciate you guys joining us. And for those of you joining late, if you got any questions about task stream, about internship hours, about the app, to let me know. And go ahead. I saw somebody had raised their hand. Yeah.
Okay, in task stream, when we started this last semester, clearly I just didn't really wrap my head around that this was an ongoing thing. So when I created the DRF program in there, I named mine MELS Fall 2020. Like, does that really matter what it's named? Is that going to be?
No, that's a great question.
Like I said, I don't think I realized it was just going to keep carrying over.
Yeah, well, that's not your fault. That's my fault for not doing a good job of explaining it, but not a problem. You can go in and let me see, can you even go in and edit? I've never had the calls to go in and edit that title, but even if it's not edited, it's not a big deal. You're not going to get.
I just tried to look real quick and I couldn't find it, but that doesn't mean it's not there.
Yeah. Yeah, you may be able to edit, but like I said, if you can't and you don't, you're not going to be penalized at all for it. And I think there's some way to edit that. Well, and it might be at the very beginning. I'll kind of investigate that. Like I said, I've never had calls to do that, but yeah, here we go. See it right there at the bottom where it says edit. Well, no, that's not going to help, is it? I thought edit presentation folio. Well, I got these. I'll go in and research that and see. Change the visual look of your folio web page, how to add content, how to delete content. I know there's a way. There's got to be a way to edit that title. But I cannot see it
Because
right
it's
now.
just on the DRF for whatever reason. Then I named the competency folio, like my name, competency folio. So it's
Oh, on the
it's different
DRF.
there. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood what you were telling me.
Sorry.
Oh, no problem. Okay. Where are you talking about there, Claire?
Like if you click like back up in the left-hand corner, the task stream by watermark logo to go back to like the home screen, I guess. Keep going up farther. Up. Right there.
Oh, here?
Nope, left.
Here.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Click on that.
Yes. So that's and no, I didn't want to submit. So if that's where I get my DRF.
No, no problem. Okay, yeah, it looks different for you. No, that if it says that's not going to matter, you're fine.
Okay.
You're fine. No problem at all. Okay, I misunderstood what you're telling me, and I don't work in the student version hardly ever. So thanks for letting me know. Okay, good.
I
good
think
deal.
with that, Dr. Bullis, that's when we started. So I think that's why it's titled how it is, because it was already done that way.
Good deal. So that's your semester. Yeah, that's it. Because thank you, Drew. That really set a light bulb off in my head. Because what I do when we go in and we review work, hold on just a minute. Let me get out of here. And I'll show you if I can do this. Okay, when I go in here and I'm either a reviewer or an evaluator, that's how I pull your cohort up. As far as reviewing, I go down here and I look for fall 2020. I don't know if spring 21. So that's how we pull it up to look at that for that semester. So it's not a problem. Let me look at the chat, but that's a great question. It's always good to ask that. Making sure I haven't got anything. Okay, good. I don't see anything in the chat. Anybody else got a question? So your internship hours, like I said, we're what, week 7? Getting ready to get into week 8. So I'm probably going to start just doing a spot check, making sure everybody is in good shape to finish out the semester, kind of like what I did last semester. If I see that you haven't uploaded some things, I'm just going to touch base with you and say, I'm showing that you still got to do this. Is this what you're showing? And are we good? You feel good about the rest of the semester? Start looking once I start getting a lot of probably another couple weeks, start looking at task stream, seeing if you're uploading those artifacts and getting that done. So wow, this semester is going to be over with before you know it, and then we're going to hit summer semester wide open. So as we meet again before summer semester, I'll talk a little bit about that, and we'll go ahead and talk a little bit about it tonight. Is between this semester and next semester, you can go ahead and log some of those internship hours for summer. Go ahead and start looking at the OMA. If somebody will remind me, the last class that we have online for this semester, if everybody's in good shape and there's not anything pertinent that needs to be addressed, I will go ahead and talk to you about the OMA. So if you want to, you can feel comfortable about maybe doing some work on that before the summer, because it's got that 10 weeks of program. And I don't know if you guys heard the latest coming out of the General Assembly, but we all may be mandated to open up the summer school. So you may be involved in that. Great opportunity for internship hours. I see you, Todd. But great opportunity for internship hours. But that's what I'm saying. Your best teachers are working themselves to death right now. Are they going to have anything in the tank for summer? So that's kind of what we've been kind of having that conversation at our level. Is we're all tired. If we have to mandate summer school and get summer school, and then maybe 7 or 8 kids walk in the door, what's that going to look like, and what kind of impact is that going to have on the students? Then what kind of impact is that going to have on the teachers, and rolling right into another school year? So, but anyway, would be a good opportunity for internship hours of that if you have planned that and everything. But it could potentially be a busy summer. So if we can get prepared for the OMA at MELS 603, then we'll get you prepared for the OMA, even if between semesters, because it's a short turnaround. If you want to put something, and I'll repeat this, if I don't repeat it, somebody remind me to repeat it at the end of the semester. If you want to go ahead and start sending, once you have everything done for 602 and we're at the end of the semester and we got that little bit of break, you want to go ahead and send me some stuff on the OMA to look over and review, so you can keep on with the revision process and just roll right into the summer program. I'll be happy to help you with that. Just let me know. I mean, we do that every year. It happens. So I'm used to that. So it's not a problem. Anything that I need to revisit, or any questions that I need to help you with? You guys are awesome. I have missed you too, and I enjoy the time that we do spend together. And unfortunately, as we go through the program, we'll be kind of spending less and less time, because you won't need me anymore. You'll forget all about me in about 3 or 4 years, and you think, Dr. Joe, what? Who's that cat? So that's okay. That's all right. Anything I can help you guys with? Okay, well, I'll tell you what, if you think of something, email me. Stay safe. I hope and pray you and your families are safe and with power. And if you got to go in tomorrow, we're on the 2-hour delay. If you got to go in tomorrow, I hope that you guys get to where you're going safely. Email me anything that you need help with, any question that you got. As always, I can do an individual Zoom. I can do a small group Zoom, and we'll work on it together. God bless you guys, and thanks for tuning in tonight. I'll be posting recording here in a little bit or in the morning. If you got anything, let me know. Take care. Bye-bye.